I'm Richard Porter.
I'm Jonny Smith.
And this is On the Other Side of Things, in which we answer questions from a live audience. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So,
Listen. Look.
well, hey, here's the situation.
Yeah.
Who has got a question for us?
Oh,
Immediately,
wow. Straight at the front there.
Anne Hand went up in the front row, and I like the front row because it's close. You, sir.
Right, so you guys are on about, like stupid stories from...
No, not us. Next question. Talking bollocks.
So you guys are on about like silly stories or, like house parties gone wrong. But like my question is, have you guys got any stories about like really stupid stuff that happened like in your first cars, like stuff that was like memorable?
Well, yeah.
Bear in mind, Jonny still has his first car, so
Well, yeah.
that's a whole, what, how many years?
Next year.
30 years.
It's 30, yeah. It's 30
So
years next year.
that's a whole spectrum of stupidity.
Sad, really. But, weird stuff that's happened.
Well, just funny things.
Or, yeah, funny things or stupid things, or you got trapped in a fairground merry-go-round in one, as per previous chat.
Well, I remember driving it to an illegal rave once, and with a couple of my friends.
Was there someone using a circular saw? Or is that just happening
No,
now?
there was someone was serving mulled cider, but they didn't want money for it. I remember that much, which was brilliant, but frustrating as the designated driver. And then we found the sort of rave tent thing in the woods, and everyone else was, enjoying themselves and may have been under the influence, but I was the designated driver. And I got a little bit weirded out, because in the middle of all this raving, there was a woman with a baby, and it felt like a fever dream. So I went and sat in the car, and I must have fallen asleep, because I woke up. The car was in like a verge in the middle of nowhere on the Exmoor Hills, and I woke up with like dew dripping off my nose because it was that cold in the car. And I couldn't find my friends, and we didn't have mobile phones. So I just started the engine and drove home.
Oh!
Yeah. About 5 a.m. It wasn't dawn. But I just drove home and went to bed in Mum and Dad's house, because obviously I still lived at home.
Of course, the beauty of it being those days was you didn't even have to turn your phone off, so they couldn't find you.
No.
What did they do?
They got a lift home with the New Age Traveller. Yeah. Who made them breakfast? Because they had a wood-burning stove in their old ex-Telecom Mercedes, whatever it was. Yeah. They said it was actually pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, no one got murdered or anything, so it was fine.
I was going to say, I thought you were about to say that all of your friends just perished.
No, nobody perished.
60s man style. Everybody perished, but we all had a good laugh about it afterwards. No, good.
But in that same car, I was driving over to my mate's house, who we used to have lots of house parties, because he had an outdoor swimming pool, which was always amazing, apart from if you got stripped naked in front of girls, which might have happened once. And then and I was driving in the Beetle going down one of those big, long hills, and it was pitch dark, no overhead lights, and everything cut out on the car. No lights or anything. There was a major part of the wiring that had come loose under the back seat. And when you have to memorise the situation, you can do it when you go home tonight. Walk into your living room and stare for 5 seconds, and then hit the lights, and then you have to work out where everything was. Everything.
That never
But you have
works
to
out.
start running.
The
It was like
mind
that.
plays tricks on you, though.
Amazing.
because-
I was doing 50 miles an hour in an old car, and then nothing, just nothing.
But there's a big difference between banging your shin on a coffee table that you forgot was there,
Yeah.
and mounting the central reservation,
Yeah.
and stuffing your Beetle through the front of a Happy Eater.
I know. Great
which I'm
euphemism.
assuming didn't happen.
No, unscathed.
Shit.
Yeah. I managed to just memorise the meanderings of
Memorise the main road.
Memorise the
I
meanderings.
memorised it. I know
Yes.
this road like the back
know.
of my hand.
Yeah, honestly. I got away with that.
I was reading something the other day about the band Bros. You remember Bros from the 80s? And they were originally a three-piece, and then the Viz used to call him Ken. Ken from Bros left, and it was just the twins, Matt and Luke.
Craig, not Ken.
Craig, yeah. Sorry.
Not that I remember.
And there was a story about how when they got their first sort of big payout for their pop success, Matt and Luke went and bought identical Porsche 911s, and they were driving down the motorway with their girlfriends of the time, and whichever one was following, let's say it was Matt, went right up behind Luke and was like touching bumper to bumper 100 miles an hour on, let's say, the M4. And his girlfriend, the passenger seat's going, "What are you doing? You're crazy. Stop it." And he went, "Don't worry. Me and my brother, we're twins. We have a telepathic connection. He knows exactly what I'm doing." Then they pulled in, and Luke leapt out of the leading car and went, "What the fuck were you doing there?" I realise I've just told someone else's story and not any story about I don't really have any good stories about my first car. I had a Ford Cat as my first car, and I drove it like a knob, but there's nothing particularly funny about that. And in retrospect, I slightly shudder at, how I could have probably had accidents.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But, that's being youthful and stupid.
Yeah, I haven't got loads of stories, but I did
Has anyone
drive...
bought a different kind of noise that they could... Because we've got circular saw down there, we've got some kind of grinder there, now we've got someone dropping metal
I've got a lifetime collection of ring spanners that I'm going to drop off a banister.
Lovely.
So if anyone wants to come and listen, it's great.
It's like industrial snowfall.
Yeah. I'm really... But I'm going to do them one at a time rather than the whole box.
Yeah. Does anyone over this side have a question? Oh, front row again. Sorry, we will move further back, but front row is easy.
Back in the 80s, my dad bought himself a DB6 for about 1,500 quid.
Bloody hell.
And
it was a different time.
Yeah, exactly. And he ran it on a shoestring for about 3 or 4 years, sold it for $4,000, thought it was the business. Just before, about 18 months later, they was like 40, 50 grand, and now everybody knows how much they are. What cars have you sold just at the wrong time?
Oh, my gosh. Supercharged Range Rover.
Kill him.
Yeah, Rich. What? Yeah.
I don't think I've... I mean,
Do you know?
Well, I mean, quite honestly, my first car was a very early Ford KA. And if I just immediately put it into a Ziploc bag and sucked all of the moisture out of it, it would now be the only Ford Cat in the world that isn't a massive pile of all bran.
Yeah.
And might be worth upwards of, I don't know, $4,500.
Yeah.
So I can't remember what I sold that car for. I sold it. I just abandoned it a bit. It wasn't quite algal, but it was definitely very dusty in an underground car park. And the tires had gone a bit flat.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't really need it, but I was too lazy to sell it. And then I sold it to a mate's girlfriend because she just needed the car. But my mate, because he was into cars, he went, I'll actually take the keys off you and I'm going to clean it up this weekend before she gets it. And then he was so pleased with what he'd done, he drove it into work on the Monday morning. We worked together. And I saw it in the car park when I arrived at work, and it looked amazing. And I realised I'd sold it for far too little money, basically because I was too idle to clean it. And I was really cross with him. I went to the office.
Was it a new car when you got it?
No, it was 6 months old. It had been a courtesy car for a dealership.
I'm trying to think. I mean, there's been a few cars. I mean, I tend to not sell cars unless they make money or break even. And I pride myself on seemingly having an okay barometer at that. But I have definitely sold a couple of cars too early, 100%. And the bubble car I sold to Michael Barrymore, I probably sold that too cheap. But, you know.
But in a way, you
quite a good story out of it.
You've got away lightly.
He still hasn't replied to me on Instagram. I'd really like to formally apologised to him for selling his story to the Sun. But I needed to make ends meet. That's true.
My favourite story of letting something go way too cheap is by proxy. It's not my story, but it's someone I used to work with. Her dad had a Ferrari in the early 70s.
Early 70s?
Early 70s, and it wasn't worth an awful lot. But it was worth enough that he realised if he sold it, he could put my friend Zoe, who was then I guess sort of 10 or something, into private school. And so he decided to do that by selling the Ferrari. And I think he got something like 10 or 12 grand for it in 1977, which at the time he thought that's a fair price. And it was enough for school fees for a few years. But the Ferrari was a 250 GTO. It's in fact, he sold it to Nick Mason.
Shitting hell.
It's that 250 GTO, the one that, has been driven a lot in magazines and things like that and is now worth Swifty billion bajolas.
Yeah.
But yeah, he let it go for, and at the time that was because, I can't remember exactly the year, but say it was 1977. It was something like 12 grand. Now, my parents bought a house, like a nice detached house for, I think, like 25 grand in 1977. And at the time, they were really stretching themselves. So it was a different time.
It was a different time.
But it was also a 250 GTO. And if he just sat on it for a little bit longer, he could have probably put everyone in this room through private school, whether they wanted to or not.
Bloody hell.
I know. Now, like a lot of people, I attempt to stave off the spectre of aging by running and doing other bits of exercise. And do you know what's really important when you're exercising?
Shorts?
Hydration.
That would have been my second guess.
But I don't just want boring water, so I've really got into drinks containing electrolytes and minerals and all that good stuff, which is why I was very excited when Holy sent me one of their starter packs, which includes some of their hydration drink powders. I particularly like the little sachets, so you know you've got the right quantity. And they send you a shaker too, so when you whack the powder and water in there, you give it a shake and you're ready to go. And these drinks come in a whole range of delightful flavours. I've already got my favourite.
Sounds brilliant.
It is. Allow me to sum up my thoughts in a song.
Do you have to?
Hydration drink, it's so easy to make it, especially since they will send you a shaker. Electrolytes and something to savour. Since you ask, I like the lemon flavour. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
You didn't mention that the Holy Starter Pack also contains their milkshakes, iced teas and energy drinks, or that listeners can get £5 off their first order if it's over $14.99 with code SSG5, or 10% off any order with code SSG.
Those will have to be songs for another time.
Well, isn't that a relief?
Anyway, has anyone else got a question? And Johnny, you're going to go out with the mic now because my knees hurt from driving a Defender all the way here.
Fine.
Oh, there's hammering now. We've got hammering. That's good. A new noise has joined the mix.
Hi, I have a Mercedes W123 280 track car.
Oh.
Because it's the obvious track car.
Yeah.
Because for track days, it's not the quickest, not the best handling. You're not meant to time on a track day, but when you get out of it, you've got the biggest grin on your face imaginable. What left field car would you have as a track car, Allegros excluded?
That's a good question.
I think I've seen video of your car on a track day, possibly, unless someone else has got one, and it looked brilliant. Did we talk? We might have talked about this on a previous podcast. There's some people, I think they're JLR engineers, who've made a track car out of a 322 Range Rover. And because they could hack its brain, they could get the air suspension to sort of stay permanently in access mode so it looks dropped, which obviously reduces the roll centre a little bit. So that obviously is quite appealing, but someone's done it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you do?
I mean, I used to have a list on my laptop of all the things I would do.
day cars, V13 doc.
Silly resto mods that no one in their right mind would do. I had a few of those.
Rancho.
Quite.
Interesting.
Come
Yes.
this Monday,
Oh,
I am going to see my Rancho WRX, which the body has just kissed the chassis of the Scuba-Laroo.
has it?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So we know that things are going to fit. So it's a pretty good milestone. So that'll be quite good for a little bit of lightweight track work with the family. I've always wanted, rather than circuit racing, I'd like to do something like off-road, like an AC Cobra done as a off-road car, like a four-wheel drive.
yeah, rally car
Yeah.
stuff.
Rallycross or... That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd quite like just a Xantia Activa, just to mess with people's heads. Have you got one? You've done that. You've tracked a Xantia Activa. Wow.
Of all the cars.
Oh, damn it. It was very upsetting when he overtook you. Because you were in a normal Xantia and you were like, damn this roll.
I tell you what I'd like. I've just thought of it. I'd like a Messerschmitt bubble car with a Honda Goldwing flat six. Because I've fantasized about putting a Honda Goldwing engine in a car now for 4 years. Because it's like smaller than that table and it's the most beautiful, balanced, compact little flat six. It's an absolute delight of an engine.
Delightful.
And a fraction of the price of a Porsche flat six or any other flat six.
Really? What could you buy a Goldwing flat six for?
Well, you can buy a Goldwing that someone's like fallen over on.
All of them.
Yeah. I've seen them on Copart for 1,800 quid.
Really?
Yeah. And the handlebars are all wanked, but I don't care. as long as it runs, I don't give a flying shit because I'm not getting on it.
I've never seen Copart put the description as handlebars all wanked.
Well, the bottom line is I'm just want it for the engine and the gearbox. And I think it'd be amazing. And of course, it's got reverse gear, a lot of them. So
Make it your mission for 2026 to just buy every Copart
Honda Goldwing
with quote unquote. What on earth? Well, in my noise bingo card, I did not have elephants. But I think that's what that was.
Oh yeah, there's a very sort of pre-war strongman competition going on there.
Okay.
You know, where they get an elephant to put one leg up, and then there's a man with a very long moustache and sort of like leopard print pants. I don't know. And then
Yeah. Head in the mouth of a tiger.
yes, all of that stuff. Yeah.
We're making our show sound rubbish, though.
Yeah.
I mean, God, you could be watching that down
Oh,
there.
their show's mega over there.
It's good.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone down there's got consumption as well because it's a Victorian show, but that's fine. I can't think what else I would do in that vein because that's a Messerschmitt.
Do you know what? A Honda Goldwing motor would go nicely in that Sinclair C5 right next to you. That's
I
sweet.
thought you were going to say the Armstrong Siddeley.
Armstrong Siddeley.
Armstrong Siddeley.
Yeah.
Have you met Armstrong Siddeley?
I went to school with
He's
him.
something very big at the Home Office.
Yes. Would
Okay. Do we have another
anyone like
question?
to ask you questions?
Oh, look at that. It's on the aisle as well, Johnny. You've lucked in there.
On the aisle.
On the aisle.
Are you still friends with the Prelude guy? And does he know? And is he expecting royalties?
Prelude guys.
Is he getting royalties? No. We're sort of building up a roster of people that we imagine in the future will sue us.
I've tried to find him on LinkedIn just to see if he's alive. And also I have started to get worried as the unexpected success of that impression and possible merchandise and everything else. So I don't know. I don't know him anymore. But one of my friends from university who lived in the same house as us has messaged me and gone, have you spoken to him? And I went, no, I don't even know if the guy's still got a beating heart. So
I love the way that every time we discuss this, you are not 100% that he's still alive.
No.
Just because of the lifestyle that he
he was on an interesting trajectory, shall we say. Very
But
interesting.
people pull things back, don't they?
Yes, they do pull things back.
There's someone I used to know who's, well, I kind of still know. He was an absolute caner and now has a really responsible job. And you just go, it happens.
Yeah, believe.
As long as you don't suddenly have a massive, a massive acid flashback in the middle of briefing. Like,
I hope
the
he's
SAS.
alive. It'd be nice to connect with him, possibly, depending on whether or not he hands me some sort of legal writ. Yeah, it was a funny
He
time.
really leans into it, and he can be like our support act when we do
He could be an
this. He just
MC at
comes
these
on
live
and just-
shows.
yeah, and he just does the thing.
That'd be so good.
Talks about Preludes for about 20 minutes.
But we'd have to put some dirty
play some
old
really
Mickey
sick,
Finn.
Yeah, Mickey Finn.
Donovan Bad Boy Smith or something
One
like
for the
that.
future, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. So it's on you now to try and
Yeah.
re-establish contact.
Well, yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to try and find out. The LinkedIn paper trail continues. I don't like LinkedIn. I'm a bit scared of it.
It's the most needy of all. It's like business social media, isn't it? But it's
Yeah.
so needy. I stopped being on it because they send you like 100 emails a day.
Yeah.
And
It's like
even
when
if
you
you
leave.
check all the boxes and go, don't send me any emails, they send you another 100 emails going, are you sure you don't want any more emails? And by then you just lost the will to live. It's like boring business Facebook.
Yeah.
It's also because it's full of people just going, had a really magical day today, just the power of teamwork.
I've clinched some business today.
Just shut up and go and have a wank in a hotel.
Yeah. No, that's
I imagine what business
That's-
people do, I don't know.
that's on my CV on LinkedIn. That's one of the. Did do that in 2004. Yes. Has anybody?
Oh,
that was
you got
a strong.
some rich
I'll
pickings over
do
there.
this.
I'll do the next one. I'm
this
going to go over here.
Yeah.
These are my people. Yeah, that's right. We're picking sides now.
I have a bit of a theory and a question that goes with it. I think all the Toyota and Vensai and Skoda Octavias that used to be used as minicabs have all worn out and they're all gone. And now they're using anything as a minicab. I've seen a Renault Zoe used as a minicab. I've seen a Nissan Juke used as a minicab.
Oh my God.
A Toyota
There's not enough
CHR.
legroom.
And only this morning I saw a Toyota. No, sorry, not a Toyota. It was a Renault Clio being used as
What?
a minicab.
No.
These are all in Chesterfield in Derbyshire, right here in Derbyshire.
Wow.
What is the most inappropriate minicab you've ever seen?
Well,
I mean, well, because first of all, your theory is fascinating because what you're saying, and I think you might be right, is that there's no consensus on the minicab du jour. And I think you might be right. Like, I think maybe in London it is still, it's Prior's Town. But outside
or
of...
the wind knife.
Yes, it
wind
sort of
knives
got
around.
a slight clawhold in the market, but as I discovered to my cost, there was a period when I was getting a lot of minicabs for some reason, and they were all Priuses. Prii?
Pri.
And I was so used to getting into a Prius that one day a Hyundai Ioniq,
Ionic.
it was just called Ioniq, wasn't it, at that
Yeah.
point, turned up. But it sort of looks like a Prius, and I was tired and it was dark, and I went to get in, the door frame is slightly lower, and I smacked my head on the outside of the car in a really undignified way, and I was a bit like, ooh, oh, black mark for Hyundai there.
Yeah.
So, but I don't. You're right. So I think sort of outside of major cities, perhaps there isn't a minicab consensus anymore. So what's happened to the Octavia? Why has that lost the world?
Well, what's happened to the minicab office? There was always a sweaty little smoky
yes.
office
Yeah,
that looked very drab.
very drab.
Yeah.
but also incredibly overlit with fluorescent tubes, which are, in a way enhanced the drabness.
Yes.
because it showed every
Yeah.
bleak office chair with stuffing bursting out of exactly that cushion bit there where your leg goes.
Yeah.
And a man, an unshaven man, possibly with slick back hair, smoking furiously
Yeah. Indoor smoking, yeah.
and on a radio and getting very angry with an unseen driver, someone else who couldn't get his shit together.
Yeah.
And possibly for extra points, suddenly turning round and unexpectedly shouting in a language you couldn't quite place at somebody else. And that's all gone now.
Yeah, it has.
Bloody apps.
Yeah.
Killed the simple pleasure of an extremely smoky porter cabin with an angry slick-back hairman.
I don't know if there's many Zephyras kicking about, because obviously they're a cheap 7-seat.
I think they've lost it because too many of those were diesels when they were new.
Yes.
And that's no good anymore.
Yeah. But when I first moved to the town I live in 2003, there was a guy with no teeth was one of the minicab drivers who used to park at the taxi rank, and he had a Sierra in 2003 as a taxi. And I've probably said this on a really early podcast. When I used to go out on the town, I would make it. I would wait an extra half hour for him to go and drop someone else off and come back around. I would go to Sierra Man, and he was known as Sierra Man. It was weird.
Did you ever get a chance to clock the mileage?
I never did, but it was like that blue, like a blue. It was non-metallic blue, like pigeon.
Oh, I know it. Yes, yeah.
I called it.
Was it a diesel?
Yeah.
God, that was like a canal boat engine.
I know.
Wasn't it? Terrible. Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
And he smoked licorice rollies
Oh,
with the window cracked a little. Yeah. Class.
Well, it's not. It isn't an inappropriate minicab, but it turns out there was a reason, which is years and years ago in London, pre-Uber, when you used to just come out of a club.
Puber.
Pruber. You'd stumble out of a club and there'd just be people standing around on street corners, and some of them would be minicab drivers and some of them would be selling you hooky DVDs. And you pretty much just had to sort of try and distinguish between the two. Sometimes they'd double up.
Yeah.
And you'd get home and you'd go, or you'd wake up in the morning and you'd be like, why have I got a receipt for £50 when we were only about 2 miles away? And also a obviously photocopied cover version of, I don't know, Dunstan Checks In, that movie about a monkey that lives in a hotel. I don't want that. Or Die Hard, but you realise that there's 2 R's in hard. And I came out of a club with some friends and we found a minicab guy, but they did that thing also because the car's not parked outside, so then you have to follow them through the streets. They're sort of the Pied Piper of getting you home.
Yeah.
And he walked around the corner and there's a line of cars and none of them particularly looked like minicabs, but one of them was a pretty much brand new Vauxhall Corsa 3-door.
What?
And I remember turning to my mate Rolly and going, please be the Corsa, please be the Corsa. At the point that he clipped the locks and the Corsa hazards went boop, and we were like, what the fuck? And we crammed, there were 4 of us.
Into a 3-door Corsa.
Well, I called shotgun because I'm the tallest. Them's the rules. And my 3 friends got in the back. Because I was in the front, I could chat to the driver and I went, it's quite unusual for a minicab, mate. And he went, yeah, it's a courtesy car. And I didn't get on to asking him what his normal cab was, but I assumed Zafira or something like that. This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But clearly it was in for service. Imagine his face. Or maybe he wasn't, because he's a resourceful guy. He's just a stoic guy. They went, there's your courtesy car. Because he'd already said, I need a courtesy car, not telling them why. And they'd gone, there it is. And he'd looked at it. It's a 3-door Corsa. And he'd gone, all right, I can work with this.
Yeah.
And by God, he did. And he took us home. He sold me a copy of Lethal Attraction, where it turned out attraction was misspelt.
Did he really?
No, not really. I think I did once buy a hooky timecode, a hooky DVD where they had the burnt-in timecode that you normally only get from sort of internal copies of movies. So you knew immediately it was stolen and iffy. But 3-door Corsa is my favourite miscast minicab.
I'm sure you guys have seen some appalling minicabs.
Suzuki Jimny?
There's a minicab?
What? In this country? Oh my God.
That's a terrible
That's a bumpy ride home.
Yeah.
But you're right. To finish this up, you're right. I think because there's a rash of sort of small crossover-y type cars, because I got in a CHR the other week, and like there's nothing wrong with the CHR, they're quite good, but it's like there's not enough legroom in the back. It's just no good. Not a minicab.
No.
Bring back the Octavius. I'm going to move towards the back of the room on this side. Does anyone over here have a question? I saw an arm go up over there.
Hello. Bit of a preamble. So we take our dogs into Sherwood Forest, which is basically Nottinghamshire.
Yes.
We pass through the village of Annesley, where there is a chap, I assume, who has not 1, not 2, but somewhere between 4 or 6, or sometimes 8, Rover 214s K Elreg. All are either green or red.
Someone over here's just gone, I saw that.
Yeah, we assume...
And someone over there. This is a local landmark.
Yeah, we assume because he has a driveway with them all parked up along with his transit. But he also has one on the opposite side of the road, which we assumed was the runner, and the rest were all spares donors. Except we've done cheeky drive-by DVLA checks, and at least 3 of them have been taxed and insured.
It's a group project,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like...
It seems to be. So my question is, what's the weirdest, most niche make and model someone's hoarded that you've seen?
What? Ooh.
You know someone that hoards Avengers?
Yeah.
Talk to me off.
Are you muttering about
No,
Avengers
no.
while I was at the back of the room? I feel like a teacher. Because I'm the only one standing up and I'm sort of
We were
walking
just having
slowly
a
up. little Avenger chat. I know.
Yeah, a quick
I know.
little bit. No,
See me afterwards.
Well, I've brought the Bible with me, so
I can't. I have follow-up questions. I might need to see you afterwards about this one. But in the meantime,
yeah.
can you think of sort of like the weirdest hoarding of cars that you've ever seen?
There's one near Birmingham where that person, and it's a really expensive, executive-looking house, but all of the front garden area is ruined because there's about 26 Rover 75s on the front garden.
I can't believe you found my second home.
Yes, holiday home rich, scuppered. But yeah, there's loads of them, loads and loads and loads of them. Yeah, we were filming and we accidentally stumbled across it because it's quite an interesting road, the back road past it. I was like, what the hell?
And the postcode and address is?
I did take a photo so I could look at the...
Because you told me about one of those ones before, but you said you drove past it, and I think it was in Birmingham, and then you couldn't remember where it was, and I spent ages on Google Maps trying to trace it, and I can't remember what that was even, what the cars.
Was that how you guys our Stava?
It might have been, yeah.
Algal. It was really Algal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't remember where that was. It's one of 2 roads, and I've tried to...
Your clues were, it was like being on treasure hunt, but without the helicopter, because I had Google Maps instead. But I did spend probably slightly too long going, no, I'll track this down. I like the challenge, but no.
You've got near you in the West Country, you've got Maestro Guy, haven't you?
Yes.
Old Maestro Guy.
And I've only ever seen pictures of that.
Yeah.
But I sort of think I know where it is.
Yeah.
And it's not that far from me. And I always think when I'm going through that place that I should just take a detour.
Yeah.
To have a little shufty.
Near where I used to live, we had Recon Exchange Capri Guy. So he had 3 Mark 1 Capris on rotation. Oh. So only one was ever on the road and one was having full restoration, and there would just be this weird crop rotation that just used to swing round over time, and it was either the yellow one or the red one or the blue one, but he always had just Capris.
I've just received the secret signal that we're almost out of time, but we
drat.
can do one more question, and I'm going to just sort of, there's a front row question, and that makes it easy for everybody.
This is a really quick one. Because this is a safe space and people have like minds, just wondering, Johnny, what gig do you go to last month? That you were too embarrassed to say.
Do you know? No. Oh.
I know. And I'm sworn to silence.
It's only us here.
I was debating, whether to bring this up because I thought, you know what, it was actually a really, really good gig. I had a lot of fun. Obviously there was an irony to it. Simply Red.
Did everyone get that?
Like, Hucknall was on fire. Simply on fire.
He was messaging me afterwards.
Yeah.
Telling me how tight the band were.
Yes, it's true. Honestly.
In a musical sense, for fuck's sake. You
Listen, it started off as a bit of a joke between me and my lady. Should we go and go to a Simply Red concert? And then I thought, well, there probably is. They're not touring, I doubt. And then I looked up and they'd put their tour dates for the next year, which was this year. And I went, fuck, I'm just gonna book 2 tickets. And I booked 2. They were actually really expensive as well. I was like, they better be good. This is an expensive joke. And it's a 40th anniversary tour this year.
Yes.
And it was really, really, I had a whale of a time. My highlight was seeing a lady who'd made her own sequined full-length jacket, and across the back it said, "A new flame has come." And
I'm not sure she thought that through.
No.
Or she did.
But she was walking around with it with a gallon can of white wine. So she was having the time of her life. So yeah, that's I mean, come on. Someone must have a guilty pleasure music concert that they've been to.
Earlier on in the year, I bought tickets for me and Mum to go to see Boney M.
Boney M in
Go and see
concert?
Boney M.
Really?
Lichfield, the cathedral?
Go to see Boney M.
The man from Boney M gyrates around. That's so sacrilegious. They were amazing. Okay, well, fair enough.
Boney M in a cathedral.
Don't think I can beat that. I mean, Boney in a cathedral sounds like something you'd get thrown out for, but it's good to know.
It's reminded me though that, and this is a safe space, as you pointed out. I messaged Rich this week and said, Marillion are playing next year. I forwarded you the tour dates, and one of them I think is in Bath.
Is it? I didn't look at the dates because I was too busy messaging you back going, should we offer ourselves as their support act?
Yeah. I'm going to say it now. We're going to go and see Marillion.
But we only like one of their songs. No, two of their songs.
Two. Yeah.
And what if they don't do? Well, they're bound to do Kaylee.
Well, come on.
But what if they don't do Childhood's End?
They will. I'll make them.
Do you think?
Yeah.
You'll make them.
We'll write to them first.
We know people. Well,
Yeah.
we know that Steve, the guitarist, is a Lexus enthusiast.
Exactly.
We could probably, I don't know, talk to him about Lexuses.
We'll go and see Marillion. We're going to go and do it.
All right.
I feel it'll be closure on the.
It might
on
just
the
close it
situation.
all out and then we can move on with our lives.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of which, that's probably enough from us. But thank you ever so much for coming down. Thank you for all your excellent questions. And we'll see. Going so well, and I fucked it up at the end. God damn it.
Well, what he wanted to say was thank you, all of you, for coming tonight, for bothering to buy a ticket and turn up, and it means an awful lot to us. And thanks so much to Great Northern Classics for hosting us in this sweet, sweet environment.
Yes.
And thanks to the cardboard cutout of David Hasselhoff for looking over us.
Yes.
With his safety jacket on.
Oh, guardian angel.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
So thank you. Thank you very much.
And on that note, goodbye.
Bye, please.
And remember, you can get 10% off your Holy Starter Pack or any of their excellent drinks by using the code SSG. Or get £5 off your first order over $14.99 using the code SSG5.